Hey YouTube, it is August 12th, and we are in the middle of a fucking dystopian nightmare, aren't we? I want to sit here and I want to read some cards real bad. But my human side is taking over big time today. I'm struggling, folks. Your girl here is really struggling with the news. First of all, we've hit the minute mark, so welcome in, witches, bitches, twats, and thoughts. I'm Black Betty, and I am Karma's right hand. This is the Underdog Ministry. Thank you for joining me. I'm at my peak, folks. And while this may give so many of you so much pleasure, others of you might be able to identify and maybe be willing to help. For the past few years, I have been really working tirelessly against my disabilities, against other limitations in my life to be able to stay stable and, you know, struggle through it on my own. I do not have friends. I do not have family. They chose that. It's just me and my kid at this point, and occasionally his dad will lend us a hand, right? But we are divorced. I got nobody. And everything I have survived and everything that I have been through in the last few years, because I tried to warn my community and the people around me and my friends and family that today's day was gonna come. Hey, Nutella, how are you? If you're a gamer and you love Nutella, then you know what tastes good, right? A little chocolate never helped or hurt anybody. The annoying orange is now going full Hitler mode. I have literally been fighting the people in my community for my very life since I warned them in 2015, 2016, 2017, 18, 19, 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, and now 25. 9 years I have been fighting, informing, doing my best to stand up for the rights of not just myself, but everybody else in this country. First Amendment, Second Amendment, Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, 14th Amendment, 13th Amendment. And we have the Mango Mussolini, literally off the rails, sundowning in office. The Adderall administration, folks. This is what happens when you let tweakers run the country. They get a little bit hateful, a little bit racist, a little bit, right? Then they want to come for disabled people. Then they want to come for people with mental health medications. Then they want to take over and federalize the entirety of the Metropolitan DC Police Department. I think somebody in office is fucking terrified and thinks that that's going to protect him somehow. We need to release the Epstein files, folks. We need to release the Epstein files. We already know he's there. There's 12 trillion fucking photos and videos of him and probably half of DC at those parties. But people like us sitting here creating little videos for YouTube, the people that own YouTube, that, you know, people that run other parts of the country are kowtowing. Maybe not even kowtowing. Maybe this is what they really want in hush secret, right? This is what happens when you give corporations entity status. Speaking spiritually, where do you think the demons are going to lead? Where do you think they're going to live? Yeah, folks, spiritual warfare. This is like a recycling of the timeline when Poland was invaded right before World War III. Okay? We are recycling energy. We are recycling a timeline. We are revisiting it. And nobody listened to me maybe back in 2015. That today's day, where the mango Mussolini was going to literally federalize the entire government and start throwing people, citizens, into the slammer because they need meds, because they are brown, because they work harder and smarter at, you know, getting degrees at Harvard. Hell, you don't even have to commit a crime. You just have to be brown in this country right now under this rule to be eviscerated by the very structures that we are taught and indoctrinated to uphold. Hell, remember how mad everybody got at Colin Kaepernick for taking a fucking knee? I'm still kneeling because we're praying to God that this is going to end soon. What is everybody going to do when they finally get their head around the fact that when Hitler did this shit in Germany, the rest of the world teamed up and kind of went over there to fight? Does the United States not see this coming? Do we think that we are absolutely immune to having the Allied troops come here to remove a dictator that's trying to turn this into a third world country, a shithole country? Isn't that what Donald Trump likes to call places that he doesn't like? Let's for one moment pretend like this person's a law-abiding citizen. Not a 34-time felon, not a convicted rapist, not an associate of a known pedophile, not moving the accomplice of that pedophile to a minimum security, can walk away from it across the border to Mexico prison. Meanwhile, we are going to federalize DC, and we are going to make everybody that is too poor to be housed a criminal, while this pedophilic piece of shit wrapped in skin sits in the Oval Office. And then we've got all of our neighbors and family and friends that support this piece of shit still. As somebody who was molested 3 times before they were 9 and could even speak for themselves, as somebody who was raped in 2015, the policies that this administration are starting to undertake are going to make all of that completely legal. And me, somebody that they could put into, you know, one of these little concentration camps because I spoke against it. Y'all, this is dangerous. This is Defcon fucking red, okay? This is big time shit. We are in the middle of a very historical moment in United States history, and it very well could be the end of our country, because that is the goal that Donald Trump has put into place since he ran for office in the very, very beginning. want y'all, if anybody here is an actual supporter of me as a human being, to know I sit here doing this work because I'm disabled, because I have no other option, because I have mental health diagnoses. Do I deserve to be in a concentration camp? No, I have 2 degrees. I'm able to do logical mental work. I can't do physical work. And I can't deal with people that support pedophiles, and that makes me unemployable. So I sit here and do this today. If I'm so wrong, Elvis, I would like you to show me some evidence as to why I'm wrong. Because there's so much evidence as to what I'm speaking about. So much. You'd have to be absolutely, belligerently, cognitively dissonant to believe that I'm wrong in this moment. This country elected a pedophile. Not once. You doubled down on it. And now he's trying to lower the marriage age to 14 years old, trying to take away poor people's rights, make it illegal to be poor, and then siphon all the money out of the economy so nobody can have any of it, therefore creating more poor, creating more prisoners. It's almost like it's by fucking design. Yeah, I do know what pedophile means. It's somebody that likes to sleep with children, Novus. And if you would like to look at any of the pictures of Donald Trump with his daughter Ivanka while she was a child, as somebody who's molested, I can see the look in her eyes that says, "Daddy, don't touch me like that." So yeah, I do know what a pedophile is because I've experienced it 3 or 4 times. Thank you, Novus. I appreciate you. Yeah, I do know what a pedophile means. So, it's time that people start believing victims. Because when victims like me speak, their entire community tries to kill them for like 9 fucking years. Shasta County. Yeah. My neighbor across the street with your Trump flag and your half Confederate, half American flag screaming at me that the South will rise again. Oh, you voted for the felon. What was the felony? Oh, lots and lots of sex crimes. Lots and lots of financial crimes. Wait, didn't he go bankrupt like 6 fucking times and then we're gonna let him run the economy? No, this isn't a reading right now because if I actually tap into a reading, I'm going to tap into some secrets that are going to get me erased probably. So we'll just speak on the headlines. None of this is news. It's already been out there. I'm just speaking my opinion on said news, how it's affecting me. So, the felony was a sex crime. E. Jean Carroll was the name of the woman he is convicted of raping. E. Jean Carroll. Novus. So everybody that's in the comment section right now, I would like everybody to pay attention to the people that are doubling down in the comment section supporting the pedophile right now. Oh, look at all the messages get retracted all of a sudden. Damn, wasn't that fast? You guys are so proud of it, right? You're so proud of Donald Trump. You're so proud of what you supported, and he's out there fucking best friends with the biggest child sex trafficker on the planet that's a little dead, and his girlfriend, oh wait, he moved her to minimum security. No, not yours, Novus. Yours didn't get deleted. The person right above you named Tony that made another comment right at the same time I was speaking back to yours. That was the comment. So, here's the deal. There's a girl named Katie Johnson. Katie Johnson. And she has been threatened with bodily harm from the Trump administration so many times that she's retracted the rape case that she came against him with. E. Jean Carroll won her case. Donald Trump has been bankrupt 6 times. You can look at the way he touches his daughter in all of the photos as she was growing up and see how squirmy and uncomfortable she is and how inappropriate it is. But y'all would rather stay blind because, oh, he's a rich man. He's rich. He's morally bankrupt. He's tacky. He's a blowhard. He's poor with money. He's poor with ethics. He's poor with morals. He's gross. He's a spray-tanned orange windbag. He reminds me of Napoleon the Pig from Animal Farm. If you could compare him with anybody in literature, he would be Napoleon the Pig from Animal Farm. Yes, I remember Cigargate, and I remember how how Clinton was actually removed from office, how he actually doesn't serve in the government anymore, how he actually got consequences for those actions. I remember the blue stain on Monica Lewinsky's dress. Remember, with that blue stain, the pictures that came out last week of Donald Trump with a stain on the front of him with the little girls topless, under age of 18, pointing and laughing at the yeet all over the front of him. Presidential moment, right? He did finish his term. He has never got reelected because he got a blowjob. How can you compare a blowjob from a 24-year-old woman to years of violating children? How do you compare that? How is that even comparable, Elvis, LPI, whatever your name is? How is it even comparable? Monica Lewinsky was a 24-year-old consenting adult. Bill Clinton had an affair. He didn't commit a crime. He just got a blowjob. Donald Trump rapes children, along with Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. It's like the little fucking 3 Musketeers up in this bitch. And now he's trying to overthrow the country, and everybody's like, oh, he should be able to do it. Oh, we love him. He's amazing. Would you leave him home alone with your 12-year-old daughter? Would you let her sit on his lap? Or would that make you uncomfortable and have to realize what he really is? I'll wait. Because as somebody who's been molested, I can see the body language of the daughter that he touched. It takes one to know one. And so when I speak, I don't say it because I'm blowing smoke up people's asses. I say it from experience. And somebody that's healed from somebody like him. Okay? Boom. So, there is absolutely nothing wrong with a blowjob when you get one from a 24-year-old. But when you violently force your fucking self down the throat of a 14-year-old, you are a pedophile. Say it with me, folks. The word's not a dirty word. The action that it speaks to is what is shameful. And everybody that finds some backdoor excuse to ignore it, sweep it under the rug, pretend it didn't happen, or, God forbid, double down on how it's not wrong. I hope that y'all know God's going to strike all of you down. All of you. And when it comes to MAGA, if I was Thanos, I would snap.